Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Canelo Alvarez is not the same as Errol Spence Jr. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And as we all know, the talk of Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez potentially fighting in a mega fight, a mega showdown at 168 pounds is all the news in boxing. And at the end of the day, these are two great fighters, two elite fighters, two, undisputed champion, two multi-weight world champions. So both of these guys are excellent, elite, Hall of Fame caliber fighters. No disrespect to either fighter, much respect to both. But we have to keep the same energy. Canelo Alvarez is nothing like Errol Spence Jr. Too many people are coming out all over social media, all over the internet, talking about Canelo Alvarez will end up just like Errol Spence Jr., and that makes no sense because they're not the same fighter. It will never be the same fight. These guys are completely different. Errol Spence is a one-dimensional fighter. Canelo Alvarez is a multi-dimensional fighter who's elite and proven at the top level. Completely different guys. Now let me explain this to you. When you look at Errol Spence Jr., he has an average chin. We've seen this man knocked out and stopped by the first true puncher he's ever fought in his career. We know that. We know his defense is subpar, and we know his power at best is average. He's just a pressure fighter. We understand all of that. Now, when you turn and look at Canelo Alvarez, we know this man has an elite chin. It's proven. Terence Crawford does not hit hard enough to hurt Canelo Alvarez. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. Anybody believing different is absolutely stupid. Canelo Alvarez has good defense. He also has elite power. Terence Crawford has never faced a man with this type of crushing, menacing power. Another thing is Canelo Alvarez is also an elite counterpuncher, another dimension that Errol Spence simply just does not possess. He's not a counterpuncher. He's slow, he's lethargic, and one-dimensional. And we understand, we can't make light of the fact that Errol Spence had no power to contain or even pressure Terence Crawford. Think about it like this. This is the same guy who went 12 rounds with Mikey Garcia. Couldn't even drop a guy moving up. So at the end of the day, we know that when you compare Canelo in Errol Spence Jr., it just makes no sense. Two different fighters, two different levels, two different skill sets. And the fact that Terence Bud Crawford made an interesting statement. He said, skills always pays the bills, not size. Remember that. And I agree with that 100%, because when you compare Canelo Alvarez to Errol Spence and Canelo Alvarez to Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez has skills and size. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.